What is up, YouTube land? We are back. And Trevor's choice in games recently. I know we haven't been uploading a lot because I've been busy TM. But the stuff Trevor's been putting up has been getting like mad views. Like the Mega Man X8 demake. The one part has like 500 views,
yeah,
which for us is like insane.
Yeah, it's our most popular LP in like years.
Yeah.
So I'm back in the sewers. I forgot a couple things that I should get, so we're gonna get this. Also, I noticed that the recording last time was a little choppy. Apparently, I looked it up from OBS that there's a setting called Hardware Accelerated GPU Scheduling, or HAGS for short. If you turn it off, it makes that probably go away. So hopefully, it's less choppy today.
It looked pretty solid to me for what I saw.
Yeah, I mean it looked fine, but it was just choppy sometimes.
Yeah.
Oops.
It's all my it is my fault that I know I don't play games a lot on here, but Trev plays games that are popular in like the mainstream, and I'm like Franco-matic tier of just being like, or at least popular enough in the YouTube sphere, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what we should play in 2025? Condemned Criminal Origins. I don't base it on anything except for me going, oh yeah, I want to play that. That's literally how I figured.
Yeah, and I do that too. I mean, the X8 demake, I didn't think would.
Well, it's crazy.
It's interesting because it's just.
I guess it is relatively recent, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that like it, and it wasn't just one random video. It was like the one was 500, the one was 300, and I think the other one was like 100, and it's like, damn. Although
that's good because that game deserves it, and everyone should play it.
It really does. We are not monetized. If you watch us, you can keep us on in the background, fall asleep to us, and just know that I guess YouTube is definitely losing money on. Even though they might put ads on this video, it's not us putting ads on it. And just know that YouTube definitely has lost money for us as a channel because we have like what how many videos do we have up now? Like 2,500 or something.
I think like 3,000.
3,000 videos.
And recently
and Google's
the videos.
Like, yes, sir.
And we've been. I mean, we're not like top of the crop video like production, but we've definitely been like putting more effort into that part too. So the videos are like relatively big too.
Haha, YouTube, get wrecked.
All right. Is there anything else? No, that's it. I just wanted those two things.
I was watching this video today. I forget what the AI generation software is, but first of all, hands up, who's sick of AI everything?
It is awful.
Like every once in a while, I'll see a story where I'm like, awesome, AI is pretty cool. Like there was one I saw a couple months ago that was like, hey, by the way, my throat kind of hurts, so if I sound weird, it's just because my throat hurts.
Oh boy, can't wait to get that.
Haven't been yelling. I like feel fine besides my throat just hurts. I might have like yelled too much at baseball over the last couple times or whatever. But anyway, they had this thing where they were like, AI can potentially be used to detect breast cancer before it even appears. Like it can like give you like warning signs and whatever. And I'm like, this sounds to me what AI should be being used for. And instead, I just watched this video today about like it was like the fourth run of some AI slappa thing, and it was these two guys in these like all black shirts and all black pants, you know, because no one can ever let Steve Jobs just not exist. And they're talking about this like crazy break-in AI, and they're showing these AI videos, and they're like really good looking. Like the one was like, you know, your camera following a car, and it looks pretty realistic. And the other one's like, look, it's a fire starting, and like it engulfs the grass. And every time they tell a story about like, they're like, oh, this wolf is hunting, but they always add at the end, I don't know why. And it's like, then that's just the AI slappa nonsense of it, of like, instead of like having a problem and being like, how can we solve this? It's like, dude, wouldn't it be cool if a wolf was hunting? And it's like, yeah, a couple years ago.
There's, I don't know if it's still relevant now, but there's been a bad problem of people uploading these AI slappa cat videos, but for some reason they would like insert like gore in the middle of it, with like the cat, like you could just like see like its intestines like coming out and like rib cage and like just like straight up just gore. Oh my
gosh!
And it would be like a children's YouTube like channel. So yeah, that was cool. And also it's a nationwide problem that like every kid in school is using ChatGPT to cheat. And it is so prevalent that like they're doing studies that like they're finding out that kids like can only like read at like a 6th grade level at like in like 11th grade. It's like great.
I asked about a year ago. I asked a bunch of teachers that I knew. I was like, "How do you determine if something's written with ChatGPT?" And they were like, "Well, we can." Essentially, the answer was we can look at some like keywords, and you can also tell if it's way higher than the kid would be. You know what I mean? Like if the kid's in 6th grade and something is written at a Charles Dickens level, you're like, interesting. Most of them said they would have them write a bunch of stuff in class, in person, on paper, and they would get a rough idea of their writing style. And then if someone hands something in that's like way off, you're like, yeah, buddy. You know? And I was like, that's really what you have to do. Just literally have 5 hard copies of just stories that they wrote. And then compare it and be like, okay, like I understand it can be within reason, but if it's like that much better, it's like, this is not you, kid.
But it's, I do not envy, I mean, teachers always had really crappy jobs. I do not envy them at all in any regard. But now it's like even worse than ever. It's like you have these zoomies and alphas that can like barely interact in society, cheating with ChatGPT, and now you have to like judge that based off like your subjective like feelings, and it's like, cool. Yeah. I love this job.
Yeah. I know at least a couple friends who were like teachers or substitute teachers that are like, I'm done, for like many different reasons. It's also like not only thankless, but like you're constantly worried of like parents getting mad at you, like if you like gave the kid too low of a grade, or
because the parents probably have no idea. It's like, what do you mean my kid cheated? What the heck is ChatGPT? I don't get it.
Yeah. And I would be
the most
like
thankless job. You get paid nothing.
I would be more worried, like just like any situation. I would be one-on-one with a student, like with like no other students or no teachers around. I'd be like, I need someone else here. You know what I mean? Like just to make like 1,000% sure. I'd be like, because all it takes is one awkward situation, nonsense, one parent freaking out about nothing, and like your entire life is ruined. And for what? You know. Which is so funny. I was talking to a friend the other day where they had a situation like that where another teacher was like, very long story short, was like, hey, why are you replying to this kid's email? Like a kid sent him an email and was like, hey, check this out. And the guy replied back and was like, oh, cool. That's neat. And the teacher was like, went to the principal and was like, why is he replying to this email? That's really weird. And it ended up being this huge thing. And it like really like red-pilled him because he's like, now I won't talk to a kid if like they walk up to me in the grocery store. They're like, hey, mister. It's like, nope. Like, is your parent there?
That's brutal.
And it's just like, and I was like, dude, like I get it. Like, all it takes is one situation. Take the opposite. Sometimes at baseball, I'm the only. It's not often, but sometimes I'm the only coach. If the other parents are busy or whatever, and it goes to show you like how different life can be, because the parents like at the first practice would like, I would make sure to like meet them, be like, hey, I'm Spencer, I'm the coach, blah blah blah, and they'd be like, cool, this is my kid. All right, see you in 2 hours, and they would just leave. And I'm like, I would always like, I texted everyone, I was like, you're free to stay at the practices. You're free to answer ask any questions. And they'd be like, all right, this is little 9-year-old Timmy. We don't have a Timmy, but this is 9-year-old Timmy. Okay, see you in 2 hours. And I'm like, man, the amount of trust by comparison to like school stuff is like so crazy. Because our baseball thing does not involve, it's not a school sanctioned thing. It's like a completely independent thing. And I was just like, man, the dichotomy of like doing anything at school and a parent just being like, hey, I heard you're a good coach. Okay, bye. I get 2 hours free.
And the worst thing about teachers is that not only do you have to do like this crappy job that everyone hates you and like the government wants to like pull your funding all the time, But you also have to like do a bunch of mandates, being like, yeah, you gotta do the PSSA, you got to get those exam scores up, you gotta do this and that. It's like, man, what an awful job.
We used to do it where PSSAs, which is for those of you not in Pennsylvania, is like the Pennsylvania State Aptitude. Maybe that's what PSSA means. Anyway, we only had to do it in like 8th grade and 11th grade. It might have been 7th grade and 11th grade, but now they have to do it like every year, and it's just like all this extra time they could be teaching you stuff, and it's just like learn the answers on this test for like a month, and it's like very cool. I get where they're coming from. Like, you want to make sure the kids are learning something, but it's like, man. Sorcerers of House Frost.
So there's 2 houses, House Frost and House Sirius or something. But basically, House Frost equal good, other house equal bad. Although it's a lot more gray than that. But the other house is like objectively like pure evil.
So it's not like Gryffindor and Slytherin in Harry Potter, where like Slytherin are kind of the bad guys, but they're like kind of redeemable. This is just like pants on head evil versus objectively good.
The other house that's not Frost invented the homunculuses, which are like basically just genetically like modified humans. And yeah, they did like human experimentation and a bunch of other stuff.
Cool. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'm okay with stories being like, this is good, this is evil.
Now there's some gray area they can say, because like becoming a homunculus makes you more resistant to the blight, and all the normal humans are dying from the blight, so that's helpful.
Yeah.
But the fact that you lose like a bunch of your like will, and you can be like controlled by attuners, and actually the attuners are like mostly House Frost.
Heck, that's like the basic story of my book, which was released in 2023. So who do I sue?
Yeah, they.
I'm kidding, obviously. But seriously, who do I sue? No.
Whoever the Japanese guy that directed this game.
That definitely didn't read my slappa that's only in English. Oh, come on. Let me sue. Yo, did we talk about...
Let me sue.
Did we... Come on, let me sue. Did we talk about at any point the awful... We were talking about good versus evil. Did we talk about the... Speaking of suing, the scenario of both sides being crappy as hell of Carl Jobst and Billy Mitchell? Did we talk about that?
I don't think so. But yeah, Carl is an absolute idiot. Billy is also like a huge egomaniac, like jerk.
I've been seeing people on like...
But yeah, Carl did the most stupid thing.
I can't tell if they're being ironic or not. There's some subjects where I'm like, I have a really hard time telling. And people generally on like Twitter and 4chan and stuff like that, which again is why I can't tell if they're being ironic or not, are like taking the side of Billy and being like, based Billy took it to Carl. And I'm like, nothing about Billy Mitchell is based. He sucks butt. Like,
even
he won this.
Didn't like regular show make fun of them too, and he like tried to sue for that too.
Yeah,
like he's just such an ego.
He just sucks. Like this was a situation where like, and Carl seems like a perfectly fine like human, but like this situation, he just let his ego get to him and let it go too far.
Yeah, what happened is that they instead of focusing on the fact that he was yeah, I just didn't pick this up. The fact that he was trying to basically be like Billy Mitchell cheated. What they were going for instead was the fact that Carl like very heavily implied that Billy caused another YouTuber to unalive himself, and that's what they went over. And that is definitely defamation, and you can't do that. So yeah, Carl definitely just put his foot in his mouth.
Did you see some of the screenshots from Discord where Carl was like, there was this one, it was like a week before the trial, and he was like, I just ran, speaking of, actually this is putting all the subjects together, Carl was like, I just ran all of the pertinent information through ChatGPT, and it said that I have 100% out of 100% of winning the case.
Loses.
And and then he loses. And he was like, even if I do lose, there will be no damages to Billy or whatever. And it's like, yeah, that's why you don't, like, I understand it's a cope, but, like, you don't just go, oh, ChatGPT said that, I'll win this case. It's like, okay. ChatGPT would also say that O.J. Simpson would have lost his case. And I'm not saying he did it or didn't. He did it. But, that's not how life works sometimes.
You should ask if you can take Courtney Love to court over...
I literally thought that exact subject. I was like, I wonder if I asked ChatGPT who killed Kurt Cobain, and it was like, now listen here. I got something to tell you. But yeah, anyway, to finish up on the Carl stuff, I actually liked his stuff for the most part when he was just talking about like speedrunners cheating, because I'm one of the people in the middle. I can understand why someone would cheat in something as stupid as a speedrun. To an outside observer, you can be like, that is the dumbest thing in the world. But I get it. You put hundreds, if not thousands of hours into a game and you're just not quite good enough. And you can do this thing that can make you quite good enough. Like, I get it. It's why major leaguers took steroids and, a lot of people cheat. And it's very interesting to see somebody, figure it out. But taking it to make it personal is, like, way too much. Like, I think everyone in the community knows that Billy cheated. Is that generally, like... Or if he didn't cheat, the rules were heavily favored him. Like, clearly the people at Twin Galaxies, like, just were in love with him. And, favored him in every way. Like, it just is what it is. But to make him even look good or even middle of the road is so ridiculous. I saw an interview with the people who made the documentary King of Kong, which is about Billy Mitchell and the Steve Wybe, I believe his name is, the guy trying to take him down. And they specifically said, and, believe him if you will, they specifically said that they did their absolute best to make Billy Mitchell look better than he came off, and it just didn't work. Like, they were trying to make it as 50-50 as possible, and it just was not happening. Because he just comes off as arrogant and annoying, and yeah.
Man, I wish Phil... Do you remember Phil Fish, creative Fez, and
yes.
how obnoxious he was? I wish he was still, like, a guy that existed on social media. Because he's such a clown, it's to the point of being, like, funny.
Yeah, he, really disappeared. Like, I'll see...
Yeah, he canceled Fez 2 over a Twitter argument and then disappeared forever. It's like, man, he stuck to his guns. I'm surprised he didn't come crawling back. No!
Was Fez a big enough
I got greedy.
Was Fez a big enough thing for him to, like, it wasn't like an Undertale level, like, success where you could, like,
not
retire
even close, but
it.
It did pretty decently.
But not something that he... Not like, Undertale, Five Nights at Freddy's, Minecraft, where he's like, I never have to make a game again in my life. I never have to do anything again in my life, kind of thing.
But he definitely seems like he is a guy who has rich parents. Like, it doesn't matter if Fez did win or not.
Very cool. I do remember that. I remember all that. I was there, Sauron. I was there, or I forget his name. I was there, Frodo, 1,000 years ago. On the internet. Watching people argue on Twitter. Man, now I'm taken back to, like, 10 years ago. When all that stuff was, like, way worse, but way funnier.
Everyone wasn't as, like, serious about it. Like, it's not like you're gonna get, I don't know. Everyone takes everything very seriously now.
Yes. No, 100%. I was trying to think of how to say it. Just, yeah, there was that period of time, where everything was just off the rails, and it seems like a lot of people have kind of chilled down on it, But also, it seems like there's these two sides where if you say anything wrong against the one side, the other side's like,
I don't think it's chilled down at all. I think it's gotten worse and worse.
You don't think so?
It's getting worse, yeah.
I guess I'm just not on that part of the internet enough. I see the people on YouTube, the grifters, that are like, this Assassin's Creed Shadows has a person who's not from Japan. And I'm like, I get it, but also, like, just don't buy the game.
But it's also funny that the other side, they pretend that Ubisoft is like a perfect company and Assassin's Creed is like a great series.
Right.
And like it's just corporate AAA slop. It's like, do not brigade this.
Don't buy
it. It's a product. It's not it's not like trying to like save the universe. You just like it now because the other side hates it. It's like that's what I hate about, like, I mean, it's always been like a political thing for that, like, oh, this side likes it, now I hate it, and vice versa. But it's gotten way worse. It's so comical and awful.
I think the Chad move is to just go, I don't care. That is by far the Giga Chad
like,
move.
people caring about Assassin's Creed number 17. It's like, who cares on either side? It is just the most soulless, cash grab corporate product. This is not worth getting mad about. Get a life.
Do you know what's equally as bad, though, in my opinion, in a different way, than the people who take the really hard sides, is the people who have to come out and be like, hey, both sides are bad. But they, like, have to tell you, like, I'm a centrist. Both sides are bad.
I guess that's what I'm saying, but, like...
but like they have to like they have to like loudly say like, hey, now wait a minute, both sides are bad. I don't know, it's just like,
I think both sides are bad in terms of get a life, losers.
Yeah. Well, no, the Giga Chad thing is just not to care and just let them fight it out amongst each other and be like, okay.
Yeah, but I have to see all this crap all the time.
I get it. I guess you can only laugh or ignore it. Are you familiar with? He's a sports guy, but there's a guy named Stephen A. Smith. Are you familiar with him at all?
No.
He's a sports commentator, and he's been doing it for like 25 years, 30 years. And recently, he's been coming out and like having these really milquetoast political comments of just being like, hey, because he's a Democrat, which is fine, and he's like, hey, I'm a Democrat, but a lot of what the Democrats are doing is lay bad. And literally people, like, both parties are in such disarray that people are like, oh man, Stephen A. Smith should run for president. And this is like a thing that is like, it's not just like one person, it's like a lot of people are pushing for it. And this is a guy who like never held office. He works at ESPN and he makes a lot of money, but he's not like the head of ESPN. He's not like the manager at ESPN. He's just a guy who yells about sports. And people are like, oh, thank God this guy has these positions like Republicans lay bad, but Democrats lay bad. And everyone's like, thank goodness we have this. Run for president, please.
I mean, I guess the reality is that swing voters are the majority of America, and you have to like remember that they exist, even though they're the majority, the silent majority.
Right. No, it's true. It's true.
It's so easy to forget them because it gets drowned out by the vocal minority just being obnoxious.
I think most people just go with whatever annoys them less. Like, if I was a true centrist, which I try to be, but I'm not quite there, I would go with...
Yeah, sure.
What? No, I try to be. At least to an extent about
if anyone
different
heard the podcast you listen to, they would scoff too.
What podcast? I listen to true crime podcasts. I
listen to Alex Jones.
I don't listen to Alex Jones. Although, that's how I saw that. Although, I listen to I do listen to Joe Rogan sometimes, but only if the person that he's interviewing interests me. I think his takes are really like whatever. His thing is like everyone is wrong, and I have questions, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But sometimes he has people like ex-Navy SEALs and stuff on that talk about these like crazy missions they've been on, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. Or Dave Chappelle. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. But I would just go with whoever annoys me least, like whoever sends the least things in the mail, or like sends the least text to me. I'd be like, yeah, you got my vote, dude.
So we're in an area that is pretty high level for where I am. You need to have swimming to have this, which is in sewers, which it's not an area that they specifically think they are going to go to immediately. But we're going here right away because we're going to get a item to upgrade the gun guy, this guy, and it is pivotal. Oops, I'm sorry. If anyone wanted to read that, pause the video.
My lord!
I thought that was a material. But yeah, getting this makes the game a million times easier. The pressure abilities are so good, and we're not even at the point where we have the second one yet.
Well, it's got to help with the leveling at the very least. I know you said it's not like ridiculously key, but